The two most important days in your life. The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you die. Now, what you do in between that point in time creates your life, whatever life you want to live. But these are the most important days of your life, because this is when you are born. No one remembers this, but also when you die, this is the end of your life, and no one knows when their last day will be. So, which means you have to live every day as if it's your last day to live. So these are the two most important days, because the time in between that is what creates your life, is what basically gives your life meaning and purpose with what you're actually going to do with your life. Is the time in between the day you're born and the day you die. What you're doing with your life. Are you creating the right habits? Do you have any goals? Are you hitting the gym consistently? Do you make any money? No money? Do you have a job? Like, what is your main purpose here? What are we getting at? What's our purpose in life? These are things we figure out in the time of being born and dying. Now, no one knows anything about when we're going to be born or when we're going to die. Like, nobody really knows. It's a whole science in that. There's a whole science in what happens when you die and what happens when you're born. Like, no one knows. We do know one thing, though, is that when a man and woman meet together and they have sex, it creates a baby, and that creates life. And this creates a human being. So we do know that. We just don't know what happens on the opposite side of the spectrum of what happens when you die. No one knows what happens when you die. And these are the two most important days of your life. Now, keep in mind, identifying that these are the most important days is extremely important, because now the time in between there, that dash, is the most important. That's the most important thing in your life. So, for example, I got this from Myron Gaines, by the way. So, the day you're born, let's say you're born in 1946, die in 2023. So it'll say 1946 dash 2023. And what that means is that dash in the middle, those are the two most important days of your life. The day in 1946 and the day in 2023. And that dash in the middle is basically what defines your life. Got this from Myron Gaines. It's brilliant, and it makes perfect sense, because that dash in the middle, everyone knows what I'm talking about. You have the year, dash, and the year. That dash in the middle, that's what determines what your life is. Like, that's literally the most important thing. It determines what you did with your life, because everyone who lives has that dash in the middle. They live from this time to this time, dashes in the middle, and this is what they did with their life. And it's important to create good habits and create the person you want to become, the person you'd be proud of with that dash in the middle. You don't want to create someone you wouldn't be proud of. You want to create someone you would be proud of. You want to have the right habits. You want to be disciplined. You want to be, someone that your son would want to aspire to be, someone your daughter looks up to. Like, these are, if you have children, by the way, if you aspire to have children, because this is basically who lives your legacy is children. And basically they just continue the life spectrum here is children keep life moving. Like, when you're moving, life just keeps moving, because everyone keeps having sex, everyone keeps having babies, everyone dies, everyone lives. Like, there's a new generation of people living and dying all the time. So we want to create, like you said, the person you're proud of in that dash in the middle. Create good habits, create a good person, because these are the two most important days of your life, the day you're born and the day you die. What you do in the middle, once you realize these are the most important days of your life, okay, great. Now you realize the most important days of your life are the day you're born and the day you die. Now we need to figure out the dash in the middle. We need to figure out, what am I doing with my life here? What career do I want to have? How much money do I want to make? How much of an impact do I want to have on every person I meet? How successful do I want to be? How much impact can I have on other people? Like, can I be a good person? Like, all these things, you got to figure them out. And those are the two most important days of your life. that is a video I have for you. If you like this video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.